Now, see, if I was smart, I would have done this super late review and posted it last week instead of doing it this week. Because as you all know, the sequel to said movie that I'm doing the super late review on came out last week. So, yeah, that's my bad. Now, see, if I was smart, wait a minute. What's up, guys? This is Courtney, one half of the President Deconstruction here, and I'm bringing you my super late review for Happy Death Day. By the way, spoilers. Yeah, you guys should know this already, right? This movie came out in October of 2017. I originally wanted to go see this around the time it came out. I just never got the chance to. I was getting ready for the American Horror Story wedding that I was a part of that year, and I also wanted to see The Foreigner, which I did a super late review on as well. These came out, I think, the same weekend. But yeah, so now I'm just now getting to it. They made the sequel. It just came out. Haven't seen it yet, but I should be seeing that tonight, maybe. And I'll be getting a review up as well for that. Happy Death Day is basically a slasher movie mixed with Groundhog's Day. That's the best example that I can give. This movie is about our main character, Teresa, aka Tree. Going into the movie, you kind of think that her name is Tree, but there is a moment where the her professor that she's actually having an affair with, his wife walks in on them in the office. Well, doesn't walk in on them, but she kind of surprises them at the office, but the door is closed and kind of locked, and he introduces her, hey, have you met my student Teresa? Which I didn't really notice at first because then I thought her parents were fucking hippies if they named her Tree. But Teresa makes more sense. And it's kind of a cool nickname for somebody named Teresa. Tree. Yeah. But we're introduced to Tree as she wakes up in some random guy's dorm room, kind of confused on what's going on. She gathers her things, she walks out the room, she kind of continues on with her day. Tree is a piece of shit, plain and simple. We get that early on in the film just by her kind of general the motions that she goes through throughout the day. She's not a really good person. She's a bitch. And we see her kind of, brush off or act real snooty or snobby towards other people in the film. And then, her sorority sisters are throwing her a surprise party. So on the way to the surprise party, she gets killed. We don't know that she's going to the surprise party until, we kind of realize that she's stuck in the loop. She gets killed. She wakes back up in the dorm room again, really, really confused and such. And, we kind of get the start of the movie. Now, opening up, they kind of restart the Universal Pictures logo a couple of times. And so it's like, wait, how many times are they going to do this? But they only do it twice, thankfully. We don't have to live through, constant repeating of that. But yeah, so we get an idea of what type of person Tree is, how she acts and everything like that. It really sets her up her arc really, really well. And this movie was really, really entertaining because I actually caught this at the Dollar Theater when I saw it. This was around the time that Jigsaw had come out as well. And there's a Dollar Theater that's now since been closed, but there's a Dollar Theater not too far from me. And I was like, you know what? They're playing Happy Death Day. I want to see it. It only costs $2. Let me go check it out. And I was thoroughly entertained. This movie is way better than what I was expecting it to be. It's not scary at all. There's like one, maybe two jump scares in it, but it's not like a straight up horror movie, which what I was kind of thinking going into it. But that's fine that it wasn't because I was thoroughly entertained and surprised by how much heart this movie has and the actual arc that Tree goes through. Because as she's kind of reliving her day, and it's her birthday, she's kind of avoiding her dad because her and her mom share the same birthday. Her mom passed away, and her dad is she's supposed to be meeting him for dinner and she's avoiding it and things like that. But we kind of see her realize, hey, I'm getting a chance to kind of I'm gonna relive this day over anyway, so I might as well just do whatever I want and kind of make amends for some things. Like she apologizes to her roommate. She apologizes to her dad at one point. She's not like she sticks up for one sorority sister that's kind of like picked on at their meeting that they have. She fights the president, I guess, of the sorority. I don't really know what they call like the person in charge or whatever like that. But she fights her, which leads to one of her many deaths. But yeah, she kind of goes through this transition of, hey, why is this happening to me, this and that, and then realizing, talking to Carter, the guy whose room she keeps waking up in, talking to him, she realizes, hey, this is a chance for me to, be a better person. Because she tells him, I'm not a good person. And so, she make amends, and, she continues to plot and try to figure out who killed her. It's actually a pretty cool mystery as well, because at one point we realize that there's a killer that's in one of the hospitals. He just got captured. He killed like 6 girls. They all kind of look like Tree as well, so she fits the description. So she figures, hey, it's this dude. So she basically springs a plan together where she's going to kill him to stop the day. Turns out it wasn't him, it's her roommate, Lori, who she's been a bitch to, I guess, for the time leading up to the events of the movie. And so Lori basically poisons a birthday cupcake that she gives her. All the other times she never ate the cupcake. And then she realized the last time when she kills the serial killer and she goes out with Carter for her birthday, she blows out the candle. We get this really cool transition, and she wakes up in his room again. And then she just decides, fuck it, I'm bouncing, I'm out of here. And she goes back to her room, and Lori gives her the cupcake, and she's just like, nah, she's kind of waving it off again. And she's like, you're not gonna eat it? And she was like, already did last night. I. So that's when she figures out, oh no, it was Lori who basically sprung this plan to poison her with the cupcake, but she never ate it, so she had to figure out another way to actually kill her. And then the fact that the serial killer got captured and put in the hospital, she works in the hospital, so she kind of loosened up his because they put him in there and they restrain him. She loosens his restraints, giving her the perfect like alibi as to, oh, who killed Tree. And so she constantly kills Tree. So the movie overall is really, really entertaining, and I say if you haven't seen it, watch it. The story plays out pretty cool as well, and then the deaths are really, really cool. Like, you think a Groundhog's Day type slasher film will get really, really repetitive with the deaths, but she doesn't die the same way. She gets stabbed a few times, but there's never. She gets stabbed with a knife. She gets stabbed with like a broken bong. She gets drowned once. Things like that. That was really, really refreshing, because this is easily the type of concept that can get old really, really quickly. So I think they did a really, really good job with this film. Obviously, they did good enough to warrant a sequel. And as I said in my analysis video for Happy Death Day to You, the trailer was interesting, the marketing around it, because they first attached the trailer to the Halloween sequel, and that was the only place that you could see the trailer. And then they released it, a couple of months after Halloween came out online to the masses. And even then, I was like, it's something weird going on with the trailer, where it seems like they're going to kind of go on the deep end figuring out, what's causing this. But, I mean, if you look up the director, I forget his name, but he said if he ever got the chance to make a sequel, he would explain why this was happening to her in the first place. So I think all that happening in the sequel is getting explained. Like, all this that happened in this film is getting explained in the sequel. And there are a couple of like interesting things to point out as well too. There's a one quote where the rolling blackout thing, which I think is probably going to have something to do with their little time orb or whatever they're messing with in the sequel. There's a comment on the rolling blackouts happening for like 2 weeks. So there's a lot of stuff that if you can pinpoint, it's it's probably going to be answered in the sequel. But yeah, hopefully this isn't too long, which probably means it is. But yeah, Happy Death Day is a really entertaining movie, guys, and I suggest that you see it. There's a lot of good stuff and little hints and everything like that throughout the film if you know what you're looking for. So I'm actually going to pull up a video and actually see if there's anything that I missed or if I'm correct on some of the things that I picked up on. But yeah, I suggest you check it out. It's on Blu-ray, obviously. It has been for quite some time. I'm just now picking it up. But yeah, go check it out, guys. I got another review coming, obviously. I'm going to review Happy Death Day to you after I see it. And I'm also going to go see Alita Battle Angel as well. And I'm going to have a review up for that too. That'll probably be this week also. Who knows? So many reviews that I'm doing, this super late review and then 2 regular movie reviews. The schedule might be thrown off. Bruce and I are going to try to fit in a podcast that's hopefully coming this week as well. So yeah, look forward to all of that stuff, guys. And yeah, talk to you later.